things this summer. Mason went off to Australia. We've got Val at the Lutheran School of Music. Sam and Eli went on the Synod Youth Mission trip. And Sam's going to the youth gathering for the ELCA here in New Orleans in a couple of weeks, so we will hear from him after that. But today, I invite Eli to share a bit about the Synod Youth Mission trip.
All right, as some of you may know, I recently went to a church called Pilgrim Lutheran Church, located in Cumberland, Indiana, for a youth mission trip. There's about 30 people there, along with volunteers who were essentially counselors. Some of them were pastors. A lot of them had jobs oriented around young people and teens. And throughout the week, we did various activities. At the beginning, we were assigned to groups of 4 or 5, assigned a counselor or 2, and we would go out to various places across the community and help out. So at the beginning of the day, one group would make breakfast, we would eat, pack our lunches, then we would go to, one day, say we went to an adult daycare, where we dealt with people who had Alzheimer's, people who had diseases that messed with their mind in such a way that they weren't able to do things that we normally could. So we were there to help, kind of talk with them, and just ensure that they got the care they needed, but also enjoyed the company of other people. Another day, we went to a shelter that gave out food, that gave out clothes, so we sorted hats and scarves for people, we sorted them into sizes, and some of the things that shocked me most were just how happy people were. Despite these horrible circumstances that they were put in, they were still happy, and they were so grateful for our help and our care, and it just opened my eyes. And throughout the weeks, we would go to various places, like I said, and then at the end of the day, we'd have a fun activity. One of these days was the Indy 500, as you can see the car on screen, where despite the museum being closed down, we got to go to the sweet view above the racetrack. The picture on the bottom left is the Penske suite. Penske owns the Indy 500, and on the right, you see a Ferrari car where they're having a Ferrari training school, because when you buy a Ferrari, you get to drive on around the Indy 500. Across the week, I got to go to various different places. One of them, the first one, was what I would describe as a distribution center, where we went and we created what they called beauty boxes, which are full of hygiene products and little things that, while we take for granted, some less fortunate people may not have. And at the end of the week, it started from me not knowing anyone. It was like the first day of high school. I didn't know anyone, no one knew me, and I kind of stuck with my brother because he was the only person I knew. But as the days grew on and it grew closer to the end of the day, I realized that these people are people too, and in the shared beliefs and shared care that we had, we became friends. So the top picture there is some of us guys getting together and playing a game of football. A lot of instances like this happened throughout the week where we had fun, and it just really opened my eyes that God loves everyone, and while sometimes we can't see it, there is a grand plan, and we all fit into it somehow. So on this mission trip, I was just reminded that all of us are here, all of us have a purpose, and no matter how odd it may seem at the time, it's for a good reason. So I think this mission trip really helped me open my eyes to it, and I got to have a lot of fun and watch some fast cars while doing it. So it was a pretty good mission trip, I'd say. So thank you.